Going back to your testimony on page 1, it talks about under Administrator Preston's leadership, SBA has taken a number of steps recently to make contracting data more transparent and accurate. Can you just give me a quick, what some of those things, how recently they've done that, and what some of those steps are to make it more transparent?
When the administrator began working, and I'll give you an example with the scorecard, when the administrator began working with Paul Dennett and jointly push forward the agenda of transparency, accountability, it was an unprecedented act to have two administrators pursue framing our performance of agencies and gaining the support from OFPP, engaging GSA to make sure that they were responsive to the data needs that we had on the recertification, as well as just the data cleansing for 2004, 2005, or I should say 2005, 2006, and then protecting 2007. So the rules of engagement have been expanded. We've also have a focus on compliance, and with compliance means you have to reveal how out of compliance you are. And once we've identified those gaps, we now track the exposure, and we apply resources to it, and on a weekly basis we have metrics that tell us where we stand in each one of those programs, whether it's our outreach project planners, our MOU status with other agencies, and as well as sending out strong messages, not only internally. This is interagency, intra-agencies, and we have stakeholders sitting behind us, where we've attended summits, conferences, trade association meetings, town hall meetings, to project the message that we have of hold us accountable for what the committee has been urging and challenging us with. I think we're on the same page.
Would the gentleman yield for a second?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Carranza, I am so happy to see the type of partnership, historic partnership, between SBA and OMB regarding the collection of data and transparency process, so that we guarantee that you have the most accurate data reporting coming from all the federal agencies. But did that action correspond with the fact of the committee's report regarding $12 billion of contracting dollars going to large businesses that were intended to go to small businesses?
That's a start of discovery as it relates to, once we started cleansing the data, Congressman Velasquez, there are other areas that we need to continue looking. One, work aggressively with the Procurement Advisory Council to not only, should we say, urge them to ensure that the data input is accurate. Secondly, we are in the process of looking at anomaly reports, and we're working through that to ensure that any discrepancy of a large business on there, we can justify it and expose it on websites. So we're working through that. It's another level of oversight and transparency.
I yield back.
Thank you. Ms. Carranza, did you come straight from UPS to your position now?
Yes. Yes, I did.
Then I'm sure that after coming from a very efficient company like that, the federal government frustrates you. I've been in federal government about the same amount of months you have, and I find that it's not as efficient as private companies like UPS. I saw on page 3 of your testimony that the SBA had requested $500,000 to examine how best to serve the 8A hub zone and small SDAC. In your past experience, isn't that what you and the other administrators, they're supposed to be the ones that are deciding? That's why they brought you on, with the expertise. That can you tell me what the $500,000? That's not a consultant from outside, when they've got experts like you that and others to examine that. And I hope that's not coffee and donuts, or we need to check the prices of that too. So can you kind of go into that a little bit?
Absolutely. What we've identified in the agency is that project analysts, systems analysts, because we're going through process redesign on a lot of the programs. We're proposing electronic applications in about 4 of our programs, from ODA, disaster recovery, to improving the hub zone accessibility, as well as electronic application for improving the electronic application for the 8A certification. There's a great need for streamlining our processes. We've identified the skill set gaps, and we can train, but time is not on our side. The needs and the demands of the constituency are great. The need to restructure and upgrade, enhance all of our programs needs to be accelerated. So to expedite that, we have what we call rapid results. It's people that are very specialized in trying to get 30, 60, 90-day implementation. So the methodology of UPS is not that we have 24 months to get a job done. The urging by this committee is, when are we going to get it done? And it's holding us accountable. So that's the backdrop. That's the reinforcement that the administrator and I have asked. They have mapped out every program that we're responsible for, and we've revealed opportunities in service, cost, and resource allocation. I think it's money well spent.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for the question.